What is going on, people? Here again, another week. The Undergated Podcast brought to you by the Undergated Network. I'm your lovely host, co-host, however you want me, Coop at It's Coop on Instagram. Have some pretty distinguished gentlemen here, man. I have Gunpla, Tesseract, and CD. What's going on, fellas?
What's up? What's up? What's up? You can have me extra toasty. That's the only way I come in.
Wow, this is how we setting it off, huh? This is how we setting it off.
Right off the jump. Right off the jump, right?
Wow. I'm gonna need like
Talk
a
your
button.
shit, Austen.
Yeah, I need a button. I need like Cameron's button when
Extra.
something besides
I'm
me
wearing
saying
my red
pause. I
shirt.
just need to just hit that button and so it can come right over the jump.
I'm wearing my red shirt. That's how you know I'm serious. I'm wearing my red shirt. That's how you know it's serious today.
Austin's on demon time already, man.
Already.
Exactly.
Demon time.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, happy Memorial Day out there for the people that Memorial Day is for the like memorizing, all the fallen soldiers and things like that. Veterans Day is for the people who retire and vets. Got it. So happy Memorial Day. Hope everybody was able to jump on some good deals this week. If not, you can
The
join
deals
the
are
crew.
crazy.
I heard the deals were nuts. We'll get into that. We have we're gonna have a pretty fun episode, so stick around to the end. Real kind of like comment driven episode because we want people in the comments to really interact in this episode when it comes to our last segment. So let's wait it out, stick around. Let's jump right into it. First and foremost, as always, brothers, how's y'all week been?
It was chill, man. It was a chill week. Hello Kitty Cafe came up here to Seattle, Washington. If you guys don't know or already don't know that my missus and Chloe are huge Sanrio fans. Hello Kitty Cafe was up here from 10 to 7. We got there at 10:45 and stood in line and didn't check out till 3:45.
Have I been there? I'm not there, not to the Hello Kitty Cafe. Outside of buying shoes back in my old days, that's a long time waiting. That's a long time.
Right, that's what I told her. I said, man, I didn't feel like this is like Concords came out in 2011 or something. Space Jam.
Right.
5 hours in line for some Hello Kitty merch. You guys always see my wife loves to wear Hello Kitty everything, so she has like this really dope Hello Kitty crew neck. Chloe had her Hello Kitty shirt, socks, pants, bag. Everybody was dipped. Guy, girl, grandpa, grandma, everyone had Hello Kitty, so that was dope to see. But it was a long ass wait. But it was worth it for them, of course, man. Always worth the wait for them. It was dope, awesome. I always joke with my wife, like, her patience, anything else, no. But for Hello Kitty, she was gonna wait in that line for 5 hours.
Waiting in that line for that amount of time, and I don't blame you. I mean, like you said, just like shoes and stuff. So for them, I think I did it for Funkos back in the day. 3 hours though. It was like 3-4 hours
before it dropped. Hot Topic, I used to get them all
Yeah.
at 6:30, 7 o'clock trying to get a chase. But
Funkos, Funkos used to be the thing, dog. Austin, don't look confused.
I have never waited in line for anything more than maybe 30 minutes.
You don't
like. I have ridden almost no roller coasters.
For the people at home,
I just give up.
For the people at home, right?
There's nothing like a shoe weight, though, Coop. Tell them. There's nothing like a shoe weight.
Look, for the people at home, there is nothing like CD just said. You could be dogging us right now. Like, are y'all really waiting in line? That's the community. That's when you're around the people in your community that you haven't seen or maybe only talked to on Instagram. Right. That's when it comes true. The true collectors in anything you collect. It could be shoes, Funkos, video games. I mean, I don't know how many times I had fun waiting for Madden to drop when it used to be midnight releases, right? Before the digital download, 2K drop, and you be out there at like 8. They'll bring GameStop used to bring Madden out with a TV that you could play it. Like, they'll order pizza, 4-hour wait for Madden, and then they dropped it down to 9 o'clock. Then it went digital. Shoe releases. I think the longest I waited for a shoe. This is going to sound crazy. I saw the manager close the store and then come back and reopen it. That's good about 11 hours.
Bro, you're saying that. Like I said, my wife used to be a store manager of a Champs. And she can attest. Then people camped out with them damn raffle tickets.
Yes, I bet you. I bet for a raffle ticket at that.
Yep.
For a raffle
I
ticket.
believe it.
And for Funkos, shout out to the homies Drew, Strell Collects, all the people that used to get Funkos
Right.
with us. We used to go out to Patrick Henry Mall or Lynn Haven probably around like 5 in the morning, right when the doors open for the walkers, shoot over to Hot Topic because you're going to have to beat me out for, if it's something I want, you're going to have to beat me out for it. I'm going to be first in
Right.
line. You have to be willing to get up out of that bed at 2. I waited 11 hours for the yellow phones. You're going to have to beat me out for this daggone whatever drops. Y'all
Austin,
lucky
you're
man.
making that face. She just said people was waiting in line for 5-6 hours just to get a raffle ticket to be number one.
No, I believe it. I believe it. I remember I used to work at Target, and when the PlayStation 4 dropped, when the PlayStation 4 dropped,
Right.
with the, when the PlayStation 4 dropped, we had literally one person that saw me close up the store as I was leaving with my manager, and he was like, "Y'all, this is the line for the PS4," and I was like, "Nah, the line starts tomorrow." All right, cool. I'll go ahead and make it now. He sat down with a little tent, had his little chair, had his little heater. He sat down and waited, and he sure enough, he got his
comfy,
PS4.
huh?
Came back. Yeah,
Dog,
he got his PS4.
One time I got jerked. I waited 8 hours. I think I got out. It was the first big iPhone 6, the 6 Plus. It was the first big one. I waited out in front of Sprint. I was first to pre-order, right? I thought I was good. Phone release dropped next week. I went into the store. Oh, yo, where's my phone? I see a lady walking out with her shit. You know, they was like, "Oh, your phone's still on the way." When you pre-order we assigned you to a serial number, and that serial number hasn't came into the store yet. I was like, what? Nah. This gotta work like GameStop, bro. Like,
Right.
I pre-ordered first.
It's not adding up.
It's not adding up. But on a flip end, later in life, I did pre-order Iron Man 3 at the store that we used to have out here called Movie Stop. It was GameStop's version of Movie Stop. Do you remember that? It was, oh wow. It used to be right beside the GameStop that's up here by TJ Maxx and Ross. You know where that's at? Right down the street from the old Hobby Town.
I know where TJ Maxx is. Yeah.
Yeah, in that shopping center it used to have Movie Stop right beside GameStop. And I pre-ordered Iron Man 3. They was like, yo, they called me. Yo, we sold your copy. We apologize. I was pissed off. I got there. I was like, yo, let me just get a copy. They wound up giving me the 3D collection, the Blu-ray 3D collection, the top one, because it was like, well, you pre-ordered it for $25. Walmart, since we price match, Walmart has this exact Blu-ray for $25. So here, just get this copy. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. So yin and yang when it comes to pre-orders for me. But that's my rant. I just real quick, I had a good weekend. Everything was chill. Austin, how was your weekend, bro?
Mine was all right. Mine was all right. It wasn't. I literally slept all day. It was probably the best I could have asked for. Is just sleeping all day. I was very tired.
I hear that. Well, that's good shit from y'all. Anyway, let's go into the fun part. Next up, building and breaking down that backlog. Anything come in? I want to say right now for me, nothing. Proud of myself. Memorial Day weekend did it. Didn't want to do it. Not after going and seeing my backlog and seeing those kits. You know,
every time you feel like buying something, dog, just go in there.
You're right. You might be right.
Open up that storage. Go right back there.
Yeah, that's kind of a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I might have to do.
Austin, just turn around every time you click order.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Yeah. I see it in a little video there. That's me. Everything else is what I haven't built yet.
Sickening for all of us, man. I don't like. Maybe one day I'll show my backlog. Pause. But I don't know. I feel like I'll get the word backlog. Sometimes it's questionable, man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. The word maybe because it's log.
Are we frat boys in college?
Please.
Are we?
They see me and Austin's every episode. We're ready for a backlog tour of Coop's.
Oh yeah. We're ready for your
Coop's closet.
Coop's closet.
Not my closet. That's a storage unit, which also contains detolfs and furniture. It's across the street.
I love the disclaimer.
We should run it like one of those terrible History Channel shows where we're like go down and we're like you, CD and me are like people trying to figure out the value of stuff that we find here. Oh, you see right here, this is an original mint piece.
Exactly.
We can tell that it's really original because there's a coffee stain right on the box.
I want to see Austen. I just want to see the camera of Austin's face while he's driving. Yeah, we going to this storage unit. Got to make sure we beat the crowd.
The faux documentary off camera, like, yeah, I mean, I think he's a cool guy, but I also think he's trying to jip me.
a ticker at the bottom of the screen, right? Like saying 3 hours till Storage Wars, and it's just constantly rolling. I'm just going to go ahead and stop and get some breakfast right now. Taco Bell, breakfast for champions. As he bites into a Taco Bell.
A lot of people think you can't haggle for Taco Bell, but I think I can haggle for Taco Bell.
Just all the off-credit scenes of Austen.
Yeah. But no, nothing for me, man. Nothing for me when it comes to kits. What about you, Austen?
No orders, no nothing.
No orders, no nothing.
So, I was planning on not getting anything again.
Shit.
And
last time we heard this, he pulled.
I stuck to it, baby. I stuck to it, baby. Let's go. Got nothing. Save my money. I mean, actually, my money went to other things, other ventures. Actually, my money did go to other things, but I got no kits.
That's it. That's a
what a day.
Fourth. That sounded like Austen 4th and 1, and he was able to get the running back in the backfield. I have
no idea. We were not meant to win this game. We're just here to get all the other players' experience.
Yeah.
Right.
But we pulled it out.
Sounds like the Cardinals.
Okay. Yeah, and then we're back to reality.
Yeah. Enjoy D-Hop, by the way. Whoever picks him up, you lucky bastards. But fly, D-Hop, fly with your beautiful.
Did you purchase or any discounts or anything over the weekend holiday sales? Did you get anything?
Like I said, slept, man. Slept. I actually literally didn't even leave the house. I told myself too. I was like, Austen, do you want to go somewhere or do you want to be a bum? And I chose to be a bum. But not just a bum, but the bummingest bum of bums. I looked at the sink and I said, should I do those dishes or should I be a bum? I looked at the floor. Should I vacuum or should I be a bum? I looked at the sheets. Should I change those? Should I wash anything? Or should I be a bum? I decided, good sir.
At least you wash your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not a degenerate. I'm just a bum. But I was a pretty big bum. Sat down, played Tears of the Kingdom all the week through, and still sucked at that game. But no, God no. Oh Jesus, there's so much. You can't beat that game in 3 days. It's gonna take like at least a couple months.
I'm not. As a kid, I was big into the Majora's Mask. After that, Zelda kind of fell off.
And Majora's Mask is really the outlier of the whole Zelda series. It's kind of like it's very different than all the other Zelda games. It's like saying, at Pokemon, I did play it, but growing up, I only played what is the one Stadium. That was that one. No, the Pokemon Snap. That's what it was. I really like Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
I was just like, I enjoy Zelda, like looking at it. I got Breath of the Wild. You got it right. Yeah. And it didn't hit for me, man.
Is this better than Breath of the Wild? Is it better? Same game.
It's very much very Breath of the Wild. It's kind of right now I'm kind of on teeter-tottering. For right now, it feels like I'm playing a modded version of Breath of the Wild, honestly, because it's Breath of the Wild, but you just get all these cheat codes right off the bat, essentially. Like if you want to make sure your sword is like stronger, then just literally attach it to a rock, and now you're going around with a giant stick and a rock. Just swing around, and the goblins are literally looking at you like, "What the fuck is that? That's a what?" And you're going around, and people are making robots with like giant flaming penises now. It's pretty funny.
Jesus.
No, really, no. For those wondering, go on YouTube, type in "flaming robot" on Zelda, and people are making Evangelion robots. People have made orbital space cannons, so cannons that fire from like from the sky things, like orbital particle uplink cannons for Command and Conquer.
Anybody made a Gundam yet?
I don't know. I bet someone has. I know someone must have.
Speaking, this is completely off topic. Actually, good segue. Hot Topic has a pretty couple of dope Neon Genesis shirts. I saw them yesterday. Now that I think about it,
I saw some pretty dope ones too. I gotta give you guys a link to them. I bought some wall flags recently to decorate to my place. They're all pretty dope. I think you guys might like them. I'll send you the link.
A quick poll: which one was the best one? Favorite suit?
Off of
Evangelion?
01.
Yeah.
I like 01. I like the color scheme of 01. The purple and green is the dope color scheme. That's a fire color scheme.
I liked Unit 6 for a short period of time, but I think Unit 13 is probably the dopest one. I don't know why. I just think it's a badass.
Pink John.
Yeah, the pink one. Yeah, when it like that sheath that opens up, and you're just like, oh shit.
That's when
I might watch that again tomorrow.
And she won the spoilers. She won in the end.
She won this one. Yeah,
she won.
Best girl.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's best girl, but she didn't win.
She won in the end. She definitely won in the end. And Asuka, I felt for her, but I mean, their relationship coming to an end made sense. This is now just a review of Evangelion Rebuilds, everybody. Thanks for coming. I don't know what we were going to talk about.
That was all 4 movies in 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think, just to reel it back in, nobody picked anything up. Nobody.
Oh, for
CD?
your boy did. Nope. The sales were very enticing. Trust me, I had multiple things in multiple carts in multiple places, and I took multiple no's. So I didn't pull a trigger, man.
Smart play.
Pull a trigger. We are going to California in 3.5 weeks. They have Gundam.
Save the money. There. Save the money.
There you go.
And you are closer to Japan.
They have Gundam shops there.
And you're closer to Japan.
Why are you
have a lot more stuff? Why am I whispering? Yeah. You're closer to Japan.
Yes.
There it is. Well, what have y'all been working on, man? What are y'all working on? What's been on the table? Anything on the table? Me, I've been on my photography, as y'all can see here on the desk. Sir. As you can see here on the desk, I have some Ultraman figures because, like I was telling Austen off air, people give a lot of love to the Shin Ultraman and the Rubber Suit Ultraman. Well deserved. It's pretty dope. But the Netflix Ultraman is highly, highly underrated when it comes to photos and people enjoying the series and the manga and stuff like that. So I want to try to hold the flag up, hold that torch up for the Netflix Ultraman. Thank you.
Please, because Jumpsuit Ultraman
has to go.
I don't know Jumpsuit Ultraman with big head. Bro.
I don't know what they got to do with Ultraman, that old school looking. I don't know if they could CGI. If they could.
We got the answer. Just have them combined with AV Unit 1 and Godzilla and Shin Rider. Make it measurable. Yeah, we got the answer. We know what to do with it.
He said he's gonna get his arm. Shit, Ultraman just turned into an arm, just stretching inside that suit. Yeah. I was dying laughing.
Just screaming.
As far as I can tell, it was the most popular mecha search in 2023 so far.
Just screaming into the daggone
damn, should have threw an RX-98 threw a granddaddy in there or something. Give him a beam saber.
Right.
Damn.
Shoot.
Would that be dope? Would it like a Shin Gundam? Like a Shin RX? I wonder if that would be like.
It wouldn't have been as bad if Godzilla wasn't like the main part of the body, because that shit just looks.
On top of it,
his tail is the wings. Like Godzilla's tail is the wings. It splits.
And to be honest with you, Godzilla outside of the newest movies never really looked dope. Never really looked dope enough to make me go, yo, he really, outside of the new movies, I like the Shin Godzilla does not look dope. It does not look dope, yo. The Godzilla and Singularity Point, that one does. Once you get to the end.
Cutting this out.
Which Godzilla looks dope?
All of them.
All of them? No. Nah, now you
Godzilla 2000?
Oh my god, no, what? Godzilla 2000, the big head T-Rex looking, it can't carry its own head. It's really a woman laying eggs everywhere type
Hold on now. That's one of the, if not the best Godzilla movie. It's definitely
I was gonna say,
you're joking. Oh, you're joking. Okay, gotcha. I thought you guys were serious there for a second.
Matthew Broderick in New York.
You guys are joking.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Oh man, you got me again. You almost got me. You almost got me.
You can ask my girl right now. I stand behind.
I don't got to. I know it's a joke.
I have it on VHS right now.
And have Puff
That's
Daddy
great.
in there or Diddy in there with the
Congratulations.
rap song. What is it? Come With Me. That was a really good rap song.
You know, Toho specifically made like another Godzilla movie, particularly to kill that Godzilla, right?
Yeah, Godzilla 2000. That the one that we're talking about is just called Godzilla. That's the one that came out like 98. Then he like 2 years later came out with Godzilla 2000, which looked
okay, that's what we're talking about.
which looked like the Godzilla from like the 80s, 70s and all that. Nah.
I thought we were talking about the American remake one. All right.
I like the American remake one. I enjoyed the American remake one.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I just heard a loud screeching noise for the past 30 seconds. So we're not talking about the American remake, right?
Yeah. Actually, we are, buddy. But
there it is again. I know. I checked these headphones before I put them on. I know everything's fine, but I keep hearing that screeching noise just over and over again. I really got to get these things checked out. I don't know. But what's the next segment? We're moving on. Yeah. Right?
What have y'all been working on, brother? What have y'all been working on? That's what I've been working on.
What you been working on, Austen?
Well, why me?
In his photography bags, Mr. Spike Lee over there.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. That Godzilla thing kind of threw me for a loop, though. No, I'm messing with you. Now I just decided to snap up the Messer, the Hathaway's Flash Messer, the regular one, and I have the P Bandai one over there on the floor, which you guys can't see. That I'm getting ready to snap up tonight too. I decided to just kind of throw these together. I've been looking at a lot of artwork from Simon Stalenhag. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him before. He was a artist from the he's a recent American illustrator, or not American. I'm sorry. I think it's a Swedish illustrator, but he's made some really fantastic paintings of like some infused 1990s type of post-apocalyptic or quiet apocalyptic type of horror stuff, and it is awesome. One of his books is called, and he releases a couple of art books, and one of them is called The Electric State. Let me see if I can bring up an example for it for you guys. And it's also being made into a movie with the same people who did the Stranger Things, and the Billy Bobby Brown's actually going to be the main character of it.
Oh wow!
I know who that was. Billy Bobby Brown.
Billy Bobby 11 from Stranger Things.
Her name is Billy Bobby Brown.
Millie.
Billy Bobby. Oh, Millie. I'm sorry, Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, I said Billy.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yep, yes. Millie Bobby Brown.
6.
But for example, like this is one of his pieces. Oh my gosh, if I can zoom out there.
Okay, that is dope. That looks dope.
Right, but I kind of like want to make, I don't know, he has these really cool like contemporary illustrations about like a post-apocalyptic and how it would look, and he's inspired a lot of like TV shows and other like TV dramas, and it like, I don't know, I just love this art aesthetic, man. It's really kind of captured me, and I want to do something with the colors here, especially with this picture here. This is probably gonna be my favorite one. And
I'm trying to see how you reeling this back into the Messer here, buddy. Are you doing a Messer in that colorway?
Yeah, sorry. I'm talking about art, aren't I? But imagine this color scheme, right? And that type of rustic and decayed feel, but on the Messer team. And have them as kind of like, because what these are monuments. Essentially, a great war happened, and these are the wrecks of the old Americana that are
leftovers of it.
Yeah, and you can even see the cars here. This is all happened in 1997. So what you're looking at here is kind of like what happened from what was on a different
that would
view.
be
I kind of want to do that.
Austin, are you stepping into your dial bag? It sounds like
he has to eventually, man.
I have to eventually.
Yeah,
this might be because I got to learn how to do it eventually, because I can't keep going to these competitions and having everybody show up with a dial and me being like, boom, look at that, nothing.
Hey, I look at dials.
Step into that dial bag a little bit.
Yeah, it's a way to get what's in your head to the like in real life, and the fact that like even just seeing that, I was like, man, a post-apocalyptic, like if you could do like a highway and have two little people walking and then make it look like they're walking on the highway, make it look like with some cars crashed, abandoned cars, and then have the Messer back there with some moss on it or something. That'd be dope, Austin.
It'd be dope. Yeah.
Now that it's on the airway, you have to be the first to do it. Or
no one can ever do it like me. So I'm like Mike. I'm like Mike.
now he's Mike. He's Michael Jordan.
Is that who Mike is? Is that who they keep talking about?
What are you talking about? When they say like Mike, chill. Okay. You know what? You never know with Austin. Gotcha. Right? Like,
It's
yeah,
like a high-pitched screeching noise for 30
Yeah.
seconds, isn't it?
and at the end of the day, I still don't know. Like, I really don't know.
No idea.
I have no idea.
Just like, I didn't hear that.
CD, what
Austin
you
keeps
had
us on his
cooking?
toes, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, not a damn thing. After I've packed up, Austin, the RE100 is packed up, so I will get that out to you sometime this week.
Oh, my
done
stuff is
with it.
packed up for you as well, sir. I'm
so-
getting that off to you.
we are trading, but
We were literally going to pass by.
You're gonna get that messer eventually, CD. I promise you, dog. I promise you. That messer that he
I believe
has.
you, dog.
Thank
One
you.
day we're gonna do a
One
massive
day.
group build. But yeah, nothing, man. I was sitting there. I wanted to do a resin kit on this Zaku, but I've seen so many just different color variants of Zaku's. I think I'm just gonna paint it. My goal for Project 2023, I want to paint 2 master grades. I want to just do a repaint of one, and then another I want to do a little scribe, a little detail, and maybe a little dio. So I've decided to sacrifice this Zaku to just a paint job. I don't know what paint job.
Repaint.
I don't know what repaint.
Not repaint, so you're not gonna do the red. If you could somehow piece together, I don't know how you would do it. You talking about scribing? If you could turn that into the origin version,
Shout out Han Gunpla.
he's already.
He did it with
He's
the Black
already-
Tri-Stars. But if I could turn that into the char, but my thing is I don't like the pink and the red, the salmon and the red
It's red. It's red on the origins.
on this one. Yeah,
on the origins is.
I got a crazy kind of like green, or every time I paint something, I want to use different colors. So right now I'm thinking of an orange and green type of
Miami,
colorway,
like Miami,
Yeah.
like the U,
like
that
the
green?
U type colorway. Yeah, exactly. I haven't hit that yet, so
that'd be dope.
I might pull up on that. So you'll see that. But other than that, man, I'm trying to find the magic right now. I'm trying to find my juice and get my juices flowing. I've been enjoying this time away from the hobby. I'm getting more into editing and shooting stuff and
Here we
tinkering
go.
and stuff like that. So
Progression.
stepping out the lane a little bit as far as trying new things besides just
And that's-
models.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's
What
up.
you got to? Ooh.
Oh, I was gonna say if you're looking for different greens or just different type of new shades, what you can do
This
is
is
you can type in
nice.
just type in JSF F-15 aggressor squadrons, and you can either do Japanese or American, doesn't matter. And they usually paint their planes some really cool, unique patterns, and just skim through and just get some little
yeah.
design ideas. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I was looking at that screen, thinking that's my screen, but or like this one down here, which is pretty
No.
crazy. Right,
That looks like
I like
the
that.
scheme you
little
threw on
golden tip to all
the
y'all out there.
Jagan.
Did you use Japanese
Jagan?
Defense
Oh
Force?
well, hey, I'll tell you, the Jagan was partly
Inspired by this?
great. No, but yeah, no, it is inspired by this. But I use the United States Air Force aggressor squadron color, which is this one right here. This is what the Jagan's based off. The only thing I didn't use was white. I did use white on the shield, and that's why I don't see a shield, and that's why you're never going to see the shield. But yeah, if you ever want some inspiration, just type in aggressive squadrons around the world.
I'm
They'll
on
give you
it,
some
man.
Really cool.
I'm telling you, I'm getting some different colors out of me this year. Like I've hit the reds, I've hit the blues, I've hit the blacks, I've hit the purples. I'm getting a nice metallic velvet finish on something, and I'm getting something with some orange and some green in there somewhere or another. So I'm touching all the corners of the color palette.
I love it. We got progression, we got video editing, we got photography, we got Austen thinking about something, doing some dials. This is Project 23 in full effect, people. In full effect, right? So make sure you're using the hashtag Undergated Project 23, and we'll be able to show what y'all been working on coming soon. Might do something
sir.
because something could be happening by this episode. Who knows? Not this episode, next episode. So
I mean, I
Stay
think
around.
we might have even hit 200.
by now,
Time this joke.
well,
Yeah.
hey, we'll save it. We'll save it off. Next up is hold that thought. The Boston Celtics. Close but no cigar. Could have been the first team, the NBA was able, Adam Silver was able to come up out of that pocket and give Eric Spoelstra probably close to $1 billion. Because I'm pretty sure he told him to lay down for 3 games. Because the ratings were probably falling. The Heat beat the Celtics in Game 7 on Memorial Day. Jimmy Buckets is probably going to get his ring. That's where my money's going.
Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler, man.
There's no way, nobody could convince me that they didn't pay the Miami Heat to take a dive for 3 games for ratings. They would have swept the Boston Celtics, and then we would have been waiting till this Thursday, right? Thursday's it. So we would have waited almost a week with no NBA. Or do they move it up?
No, I think it stays the same date. Yeah,
it's the same date. So they would have ended off the Celtics last Thursday, I think, or two, almost a week ago. So it would have been no NBA for a week, and during the NBA playoffs. Yeah, Adam Silver paid the Heat and take a dive for 3 games, to keep the seat. Come on.
I just don't understand how Boston. I understand Jason Tatum spraining his ankle. What was it, like 30 seconds into the game? But even so, how do you play that bad?
It's a long stretch. It's a long stretch, man. And especially if the NBA is paying the Heat to take a dive, then hey, y'all good to go play with how y'all normally play during Game 7. All right, cool. We're gonna beat them.
Their back was broken for all that carrying.
Right.
It was just done. And they were done.
It was just like Boston flipped the switch. I mean, even yes, it might have been a little conspiracy, but like the Boston that we seen in Game 3 that won by 20. Like if that was the same Boston team, that series Boston would have swept them. Like that Boston in Game 4 was the Boston we had seen the last 6 weeks of the year. I
don't know, man. Only reason why I don't think they would have swept them is because of Spoelstra. Spoelstra could coach now. Spoelstra might
definitely
be
outcoached.
Top 5 coaches all time. Eric Spoelstra might be top 5 coaches of all time.
He can identify a player. He can identify a problem and then identify a player on his team that's particularly good at fixing that problem. And that player isn't going to be a drafted or a first number 1 and making all the money. He's just like, no, this guy's just good at doing fadeaway shots. Hey, we need to switch to doing fadeaway shots. Hey, you get in.
Right.
Easy peasy.
It's like Duncan Robinson, bro. Duncan Robinson didn't play the whole playoffs. He came in this game. He averaged like 12 points a game, 13 points a game.
Yeah. Martin went shooting his lights out last.
And the Celtics were looking around like, what? This is not making any sense. Why isn't this happening? It was like, well, because Brown and Tatum. Yo, get him. You two, get him. We're here to support you.
It was
like, no, I don't need support.
ISO,
I need y'all to do stuff.
1-on-1. Like when Jason Tatum's hitting, Jimmy Butler on him, like he's not going to score 50, but Jason Tatum will give you buckets. Jaylen Brown at his top, there's no one on Miami that can probably match it with him, but
he can give
individually.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Miami who you got team though?
Who you got in the series?
Who don't have in the series?
Nuggets Heat.
I want to say the Nuggets, but I'm a believer now. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think it's meant to be, dog.
We hear you, Fats.
The Nuggets should win.
The
Nuggets should win. Who you got?
I have money on both actually right now. I think I want to go Miami, but I think I might go Nuggets just because Joker is kind of on fire.
Joker is a cheat code, bro.
And yeah, he's just like,
and Bam,
he looks like one of the Monstars from freaking.
The Monstars stole Bam's juice because I literally texted somebody in the middle again. I said, bro, which one of the Monstars done took the ball from Bam?
Because I'm telling you right now, Bam, you better bring your lunch pail, man. You better bring your lunchbox because this is about to be a long 4 to 7
Joker's averaging games. 32, 13, and 10.
He's a walking triple-double.
And they just had 10 days off.
And that might hurt him. And he didn't win the MVP, right?
No, Embiid did. Embiid. It would have been 3 in a row. I don't think they would have want him to win 3 in a row.
They wouldn't have let him win 3 in a row. Well, you know what's sad is that they didn't just come out and say that. If they just said it's because we don't want him to win 3 in a row, if they just said that, I think people would accept it. We're like, okay, well, we know who the real winner is.
And what's crazy, his best thing is passing. He's probably out of all his attributes, shooting, rebounding, all of it. His best thing is passing. Bam.
I was watching his highlight tape. I didn't realize he played against like the Andrew Bynum, Paul Gasol, Kobe Bryant Lakers. That's how he's been in the league that long. I didn't realize that shit. He's been in the league 8 years now, and like I don't know where he was the first 4. You could kind of see it, but these last 4 years,
yeah, it's been crazy. Just like what you call it, I forget sometimes he played with LA Julius Randle, and he was up there with Kobe and all that. I'll be forgetting. I'm like, damn.
I tell the story every day. I played against Julius Randle, and he gave my team 42 points.
Lord Jesus,
42 book bag, backpack, lunch pill, every move,
everything
I'd ever seen. It looked like 2K.
Well, I got the Heat in 7. I think it's going to go 7. And I got the Heat in 7. Y'all got the Nuggets.
If I was a betting man,
you're a betting
I want
man.
Miami to win. If I'm betting, I'm putting money on the Nuggets, but I want to see Miami win.
Same. I would put money on the Nuggets, but I want Miami to win.
Okay. We'll see. Well, that's it for Hold That Thought. Let us know in the comments for your basketball sports fans who y'all have. Game 1 is Thursday, so tomorrow, if y'all watching this on Wednesday when it airs. So go check it out and let us know. Let us know in the comments who y'all have. Next up is What's New. And I don't think I've seen anything kind of crazy on the What's New column.
There was a lot of anime figures that got released or for just to take a look at and pre-order stuff, but nothing that pertains too much to model kits to our field.
Yeah.
Not
You
too
guys
much
reading anything new?
No.
No.
I wish I could. I was literally just face down on my couch the whole weekend.
Damn, Austin.
Just
let me monologue a bit. Because I was telling Austin,
I
told you, Coop, if you haven't read The Fable.
Oh yeah,
please.
Okay.
CD's playlist is coming, and this
What?
not these amazing Zaku's, Doms, and Gelgooks, but The Fable. This manga I started, I went from chapter 1 to 240 to another side to read part 2 in 3 days. I've never laughed so hard in my life, but then to be able to switch back to such the most serious, well-written moments. It is. I've watched so many animes and read so many mangas in my existence that this one has crept into my top 3 after one read.
Damn.
And when I say so many, I've read so much. Like when I say so much, so much.
Is
quick
this
synopsis?
Just real quick.
Quick synopsis.
Yeah.
Is this what we talking about?
Yes. This is it, and I cannot find this shit anywhere but ebooks and on eBay. But yeah, quick synopsis. Main character goes by The Fable. He has a partner who's a driver. They hit their yearly quota for most people killed, and then their boss goes, "Hey, I want you to move to this city here in Japan, and for 1 year, I don't want you to kill anybody. I want you to live a most peaceful life as you can. Enjoy it. Here's $50 million. Live life." Him and his partner move to Japan. They're put up in a Yakuza house, and anything that could go wrong goes wrong. And then this guy has to do his hardest not to kill people, and they be testing this man. Like, there's a scene where he's literally getting beat up, and he has to like fake like he's getting beat up. So they're like kicking his ass. He's like getting beat up, and he's like slowly like blocking the kick or a punch, but he's hitting them in a certain muscle with their elbow, so they get tired out. Like cause him to get a cramp, so he doesn't have to get beat up anymore. Or one guy's chasing after him, and he's like Olympic athlete level, and he's just running around like having the best day of his life, tiring the poor guy out. It's like John Wick, but without killing people. I love it.
Kind of remind me of
Love it.
The cover looks like that old PlayStation 3 game. I don't know if you played it. Johnny Woo? Is it Johnny Woo Stronghold?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it
the
looks
way
like.
Whoever's drawing it looks amazing, and it's just fucking hilarious. Like, I've never laughed so hard at some of my shit. There's a scene where his driver, who's also like a top tier hitman, she like loves getting guys drunk and like seeing how they react. So she goes to these bars and picks up these guys and gets them shit face junked, and like she like loves watching them stumble, fall on people, shit themselves. Like I've never laughed so much, and that shit's $228. I would buy that shit.
Full set manga,
Full
anime, comic storage box. My goodness, $228.
I would buy this right now if I knew it was English. If I could actually sit there and like flip through it, because this like, yes, people read this shit. See these playlists. This will be the first thing I talk about because this shit. There's few animes and mangas I've sat there and watched that I haven't heard of. I hadn't heard of this one. I just sat down, picked it up, and like,
I love it.
It was amazing.
You just get
Amazing,
going.
Man. I gotta check it out. I've never heard of it.
Yes, please.
Do they have an anime?
It's worth it.
I'll check the anime out.
There's no anime.
Yeah.
There's 2 movies that were made. I don't know if it'll
live action.
It should get it. It'll probably 2 live action. It'll probably get an anime eventually. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But it's so good. Coop, just read it because this shit's hilarious, dog. It's hilarious but serious at the same fucking time, and like it's just well written. And part 2 talks on like COVID. Like they're 50 chapters into part 2 right now. Like they're talking about COVID, so it's like real world shit.
Oh
it's
wow!
out in 2021. So like it's new. It
looks like the art style looks older.
Right, but it's new.
It looks dope.
Crazy.
It's that dope looking art style. That is, I like that art style. Almost like it's PS2 graphic cutscene, PS3 cutscene. That's why I was like, it reminds me of Stronghold.
So
but that's what's up. Check it out. It's called The Fable. Be waiting to hear CD's review or CD's playlist coming soon to the Undergated Network. And Coop's coming soon to the Undergated Network. And Austen coming soon to the Undergated Network. Real quick,
back to those kids, Coop. Bring those up, man.
Well, exactly. It's just these are G frames. I never saw this color scheme before, man. This is pretty dope. This is the only thing that's really what's new. Solomon's Nightmare.
Yeah, this is Gato's color scheme.
This is 83.
Yeah. I remember because the gal goop that's back there is Gato's one. Yeah.
Oh man, I must have been. I don't know where I was at. I like the color scheme though.
I do like the color scheme. I was this close to buying Gato's gal goop on the P Bandai again.
CD.
But I held out.
I know you said you want to do that green and orange. Wow. I mean, you got all these colors right here. It looks like black TriStars mixed with regular, mixed with some.
Ooh, I got him, but where's my spray booth?
Hey. Oh, you want to do the Messer in that color scheme?
Maybe.
All right, Austin, let's do it. Coop, something. All
right, look. Let me think. No, I got the color schemes. I'll do the Dom. I have a space Dom. I have 2 space Doms. If y'all want to do,
Austin, yes.
I do not have a Gelgu.
It's fine.
Have a
Dom is good.
Do you want me to give you a Messer?
I have a Messer.
Oh, you have a Messer. Okay.
I have the P Bandai Messer, and CD has the Messer coming.
Gotcha.
Eventually, I got
you. You got Messer eventually.
But we do have all 3Ds, right?
Yeah.
What's up?
We all have a high. Well, CD has nothing but high mobility Zaku's over there.
I do not have a Zaku. I do not have a
master grade. Just pick a high grade.
I don't have a high grade Zaku.
Do your space type. I'm gonna do a high mobility type, and Austin do your.
You got to get a high grade Gelgu.
Just do it on the Messer.
You want to do
the Messer?
Yeah.
Okay, we can rock with that.
Wait, are you guys doing a high grade?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do the origin. I have the origins. I have the. Well, I don't want you to go out there and get the Gelgu high grade.
Just use your Messer.
Oh, the Gelgu high grade. Yeah, you're right.
In replace of it, you'll do your Messer. And I have 2 space Doms. So let me look at the Dom again. Make sure I have all these.
It's so strange looking at a Galgu just have it like an M4 rifle, just a long rifle M4. Just
right.
It is a pretty sick.
It's a Sig, just a Sig 5.56 or 5.59.
So it is black, gray, and black, green, yellow, and I have all these colors. I know I have all these colors. Yeah, we can rock with that. We can rock with that. Group build. I know we've been talking about group building, and we're gonna do grunts. I mean, this is a grunt suits, but regardless, we got y'all. And we're gonna do some live streams coming up. So some maybe snapping these and cleaning these kits up, organizing them. We're gonna be on live doing it. So make sure you follow on Instagram so you know when we go on live, and make sure you have your notifications on YouTube. Hit that bell so when we do go live, you can jump in there and watch us and enjoy. And we're gonna do it on a day like a Friday night, maybe coming soon. We're gonna have to figure out a Friday night where no kids are involved. If kids are involved, they're asleep and put away, and I don't have to worry about getting up the next day. But I have the. I'll go. That is.
What'd you say?
What green is that? Oh man, I would think that's What green is that? That's definitely a bright blue. That's not normal blue. But that's
green?
Zaku. Yeah, that's a. You have a dark forest green.
That is a.
That's Zaku green.
That green?
Yep, I'll rock with that.
Green.
That's a little bit closer to it, yeah.
That blue is just going to be tough because
blue?
that's not like that's
you're
not
right.
blue. That's not royal blue. I mean,
It's
that's
some type
royal
of dark
blue.
blue. Yeah.
It like the blue I have is like for
I think I have it actually. One sec.
I know I have a whole bunch of blues. I think I have a bright blue. I think if I go bright blue over a black primer, it'll come out like that. Yeah, that'll work. Depending on what you put it over. TS23? Was that TS23?
TS15.
TS15.
Yeah.
Just blue.
Just blue.
I just got to see what's the difference in the space dom, because I don't know if that yellow is on the space dom. That where the yellow is right there.
Oh, the cockpit door? Yes, cockpit doors are yellow. Bright yellow.
That's a door?
Yeah, it's a cockpit door.
I got you. Is it up there, CD?
There's a circle, but it's just colored in, so you could paint that yellow.
Okay, bet. All right, cool. We can rock with that.
Dope.
Group build, and we're stamping it. We're stamping it. We're
Stamping it.
I just realized the messer's cockpit is in its head, so it has a giant yellow dot essentially when I get done with it.
I mean, it don't have to be.
No, it has to be. This is stamped in.
There's
no turning back.
This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough when you get with this. Is going to be tough. That's gonna, because that's the look at the chest. That's black TriStar chest. Zaku. Oh yeah, that's gonna be tough. And plus, you're taking it from the origins, and so you got all that detail in it.
You heard it first here, Undergated Pod. We are officially stamping this one. We've talked about them before in the past.
Yep, we're gonna do a group build. I promise y'all. Group
Solomon's
build.
Nightbeard group build.
Oof.
Solomon's the Nightmare group beard. The group beard. The Solomon group.
The Solomon group build. I like
yes,
it.
sir.
I like it.
Ooh, I'm excited. It's been a while since I've been excited for a kit. Knowing that I have this kit,
This
knowing I
makes
have
me
all
excited
these,
now.
knowing that I have all these paints too. Ooh, and I have trainer yellow. That's red. Yeah, we black. I might go cart black.
Yeah, this looks like an easier one to do.
Yeah, cart black frame. Or this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna, like I said, live streams. Stay tuned for all of that jazz. And
what else we got new, Coop?
I think that's it, man.
Oh, was that it?
And that's G frames. I mean, there's the metal build Astray 2. I don't know if anybody's gonna rock with that when it comes to purchasing it.
The Astray 2, it looks very good, and you can also use it to, if you have any other metal build 00 kits, it works with those. It connects with them, but it's just a little bit too
metal
pricey
build
for me.
Liger Zero too.
Oh yeah, the Liger Zero metal build.
3,200,
32,000. Yeah, it's gonna have like all flavors too.
Metal build Liger Zero.
Yeah, from Zoids.
Yeah, they're making a metal build version.
It's like a metal build. Gundam. What's his dude name?
Nerd. Gunpla Nerd.
Gunpla Nerd. There it is. Oh, we have some. So this is
the Full Mechanics aerial is now available on Vulcan Hobbies, by the way.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
So check out Vulcan Hobbies if y'all want.
Save 10% using our code Undergated10. Save 10% Vulcan Hobbies.
There
Your
you
own
go.
aerial, full armors. I mean, full mechanics.
Full mechanics, and design it up and treat it right.
Yep.
Mhm. It'll look just as good, and it's going to be way cheaper than the master grade.
CD. He's trying to bait us. Don't fall for it.
CD sent me this.
Don't fall for it.
CD sent me this. This looks pretty dope.
I do like that. Is that for the?
I don't know if it's a master grade or
That's the one that's going to get tricky.
grade.
So this company has made third-party accessory kits for
Absolutely.
for other kits before. So I would imagine this would be for a master grade. This would be awesome.
Oh, 1/100. It says 1/100 right there.
Yeah, 4/100 model kit. Yeah. Plus the fact that this would be awesome.
This is y'all.
Give me
lane.
a high grade,
Yeah.
John. Damn.
So there's- Look how many
stick to
different
master grade.
versions they got. They have all the way up to version G as in golf.
Dude, this looks great.
Version
Each
A.
one looks dope as hell too.
Yeah.
They all look
I'm
dope. I'm
trying
not
to
gonna lie.
Okay, so look, you got version A, B, C, D. Okay, so you good. Oh,
Oh, you can make the Estrella with the gun, with the prototype Jin gun. That's pretty
Yes.
dope. That's pretty dope.
I have that. I use the Gatling backpack from them.
yeah. I have the Gatling
It was a
backpack,
little weird, but it looks nice, man. The detail on it, it's like
and I think no, this isn't Susan model. There's some I have them as well as something else too.
The DL model. The DL model. I have
Yeah,
actually-
DL model.
I have a
don't
couple
know.
of their stuff. Yeah.
I can't remember. DL model. Did they do the third party heavy weapon set? No, that was Susan models.
For what the
For the
RG for the RG new?
Yeah.
Yeah, I own it. Let me I think
I don't know if that's Susan. I have them both for the high new and the regular. I might have to get another high new. Austen wearing all red again, like he's
flamed
blood,
up right
yeah,
now.
blood Pyru. Golly. Jesus.
Rude
My man is monochrome. He must think he a P Bandai box.
for real. Damn,
Austen is walking around people looking like a walking P Bandai box. Monochrome.
it is Susan model. Yes.
Okay.
It is.
So this-
Susan model.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
okay.
Susan model make the heavy weapon set for the RG new.
Okay. But I know Susan model and the DL models are pretty good third parties, especially when you just want a quick weapon. I think they did the hyper bazooka.
Mhm.
They did a version of that looks like the real hyper bazooka. There is a third party hyper bazooka put out by I don't know, it was Max. It looks like a regular long rifle
Mhm.
rather than a bazooka. So
Yeah, they make some pretty cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
well, that's it for the what's new, man. That
Wow.
is it for the what's new. Somebody
Oh,
3D
sure.
printed a booster. Oh,
If
somebody
someone got a 3D
3D
printer. Yeah, bro. If you got a 3D printer,
Now that looks tough.
Yeah, those 3D
There
printer
is
dudes
no-
are just.
bro, there's
Wait
no
a minute.
limits to what you can make.
Can you buy it?
Yes.
It looks like it's packaged in a.
It
What?
looks like it's packed. I mean, it got runners and everything. This
Oh
is
no, I think he's selling the 3D print diagram,
File?
so the file, so you can print it at home yourself.
Oh, hey, this is the 3D print booster kit for the full mechanics area.
Coop,
Check
you and
out-
I,
crazy.
you and I know somebody who has a 3D printer. We
Yeah.
could buy this and hit him up and just buy the plastic for him.
That is
That
true,
looks
but
amazing.
I'm not investing to the aerial that much.
It's a full mechanics though. It's
And
your
it looks-
pride-
look-
you said you have to
Look
make
at
it
that.
look good.
Look at
You
that.
said you have
Look,
to make it look good though.
look, I said a full mechanics done all the way up looks
Yeah,
just
yeah,
as good.
yeah,
Look at that.
yeah.
Does that not look just as good as a master grade?
It looks fantastic. That's why you need one. That's why you need to get one. You said you wanted to work. Into
I'm going to
the
get
master
one.
grade area.
I'll probably get one at
Yeah.
the aerial.
Yeah.
When it goes down. He said, yeah.
So
Yeah.
when it goes down.
Yeah, when it goes down in front.
or with that 10% off discount code from Vulcan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Check out
that's
Vulcan
right,
Hobbies. Full mechanics.
Come on.
10%.
I'm
10%.
gonna get 10. Anyway, next up is the main segment. We have what's called this or that.
Is it
We're
good?
gonna go around and we're gonna throw up some tough pick your side when it comes to building some kits, maybe some anime, some manga. We're gonna throw out some rules, so no extra detailing, right? So no scribing. We could do full paint jobs. You can do a paint job. That's it. Paint job and panel line. I want to keep it basic for the people that listen that might not do scribing, that might not do plot plate, that might not do dioramas. Just a basic paint job and panel line and a top coat, decal, and all that. All right. You ready for that, Austen?
So everything but essentially
scribing, plot plate, adding extra joints to like waist extension,
customization,
super
stuff like that. GDWC entry stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just wanted to keep it basic for the people that listen to just enjoy maybe just snap building or snap building a panel line or paint, snap, whatever the case. So first question up. Let me ask y'all this. First question up. Details or no details? So the question is, would you rather have a kit that is crazy articulation, you can put it in any pose, crazy articulation, but it lacks in detail on the plastic? Or would you rather have a kit that has crazy details but lack in articulation? So I'm gonna give you an example. Like the O kit has crazy details when it comes to like right out of the box. Imagine if you could put that in some crazy poses, or an Origins kit that is a brick once built. Can't move it. I mean, if you move it, you're getting like maybe basic. None of that whole I'm pulling the beam saber out. None of that. You getting 1999.
I was gonna say 2000 high grade.
2000 high grade. So I think I would probably go detail with the brick. Detail with the brick.
Why?
I would go same. I would go detail with the brick only because I don't usually pose my kits. I mean, if you guys can even see in the video above me, they are all standing still. I only pose them for taking pictures. Like I don't know, like Gunpla Goon on Instagram. He can pose a kit, make it look good. I can pose a kit in 3 poses, and then for the rest of its life, it's standing still. It's standing at attention.
But think about it. That goes into it. So you ain't taking, unless you're doing static shots. You gonna just do static shots?
Well, after I did whatever poses I can get out of it, I mean, it'll just be. CD, are you all right? Are you okay?
What happened to all this posability from y'all? Coop, Mr.
Yeah, you're
Poser
right,
himself.
man. You're right.
Y'all switched up like that.
Basically, see,
I've never been on the poser side.
I have, and that's just I like detail.
You're right, Austin. You haven't.
Thank you.
I like
Explain.
I like details. So if you can give me a kit like the Origins kit, and if I have to just put it in a museum pose, then so be it. Right? I mean, I would have to find another lane when it comes to building or taking shots with toy photography wise for Gundams. But I'll take the static pose and try to get some crazy lighting when it comes to taking shots and do a pretty good.
And this is out of box, right? No paint or nothing. Right up, just out of box.
Well, if you paint it, but nothing too crazy is.
It's like the MGEX. Like imagine the MGEX that can't move. Right, not the Unicorn MGEX, the new one, the Strike Freedom that came up recently. Okay. Yeah.
If I can't paint, and it's
you can paint it, but you just can't go crazy with it. You can't go crazy with it.
I'm not even limit myself even more. Paint it versus not paint it. I'm taking the posability of the kit in a crazy ass pose versus just a museum
fresh out of the box.
Fresh out of the box. And that's coming from me because I don't pose my kits. I'm awesome. My shit is just like this.
That's it.
When it's painted, because I'm here to show all this fucking detail. And if I bend this arm and do this crazy shit, you might not see that I'm painted under this armpit. But if I pose it in this brick pose, and you can see that this got that color, I want you to see that. But if I'm out of the box versus this, I want you to be able to see this crazy animated pose that this Gundam can do, because I don't care if there's no paint. I don't care that I worked my ass off on this, but if I can stretch this arm out and get this crazy anime accurate pose, I'd rather show you that than just a museum style kit.
But you just said you're not really opposing kits. You don't pose your kits.
Yeah.
I only pose because I paint it.
Oh, you pose if you paint it.
If I'm straight building a kit, I would never museum it. I would go crazy.
Oh,
the reason I don't go crazy with my kits because I go so crazy on the paint.
That's true.
But that shit would. If I pose my kit, here's the secret: if I pose my kit and it's painted, it's because I'm hiding something.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Oh wow. Okay.
If you guys ever see me pose a Gundam, it's because I'm hiding a missing piece, a bad paint part, the decal fell off. Other than that, my shit is in a museum pose.
That's it.
Yes.
Hey, man, the hero stance took his chest out a little bit, man. And ain't looking like there you go. I think I'll do the detail with museum pose, man. If you can give me the Origins RX, like I said, and I could just have to put it like this with the rifle in his hand, I'll take it. But it's detailed like the Origins right out of the box, I'll take it.
My favorite pose is the old school standing out, but having the head tilted down
all the way
and
down, yeah.
the shoulders out already, like the menacing look. That's my favorite pose. So I mean, I would rather have that in the kit sitting on my shelf, on my bookshelf, or at my desk any day of the week with all the details, all the caution markers and all that other thing. I don't need it doing a crazy Ginsu knife kacha pose or whatever like that.
Hey, man.
It doing the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed pose where it's just split out, just shooting, and it's like, I don't need you to pose for Vogue. I just need you to look cool. It just being menacing there in the corner. Attack the day.
Right.
That's it.
And Coop always says that's the hardest pose to get right, dog. Even like, and it's always the Xeon kits because they have them little ass neck joints, and they just big ass head, little neck.
Because since we don't gatekeep, I want people to go out there and go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart and grab you some Zots, ZOTS. They're little sticky. I have them. You get like a roll of them, maybe about 500 Zots. They're real sticky. They're meant for. It was told to me by my comic book guy that he used to put his, because he had comic book busts like of characters, and he would put the Zot underneath. They're meant for scrapbooking, so you don't tape anything down on a photo. You just put the Zot on the back, and then boom, and you can peel it off. Take the head off, tilt it down right where you want it to where it gives you that menacing pose. Put the Zot back there and put it on the peg, and pose it in a way like you said, CD, where you're hiding it so where it's not like you can't see the peg. His head fell off. Tilt it just enough.
That menacing, catch all that shit under the Zaku's head.
You're like looking up at you like, hey man, what's going on?
Do those come as like little dots, like on a sheet of paper, and you pull them off?
Yeah, I have them.
Yeah. Pro tip: don't eat those. All right, cool.
Here it is. They come.
There it is.
Like
yeah.
And I could just take one off. A real simple.
Austin.
Yeah.
Don't ask them.
No. I was babysitting. Don't worry. and the kid's fine. The kid's fine.
and it won't my kid.
And it wasn't my kid. That's the best part.
So next up, little decals, or we tatting this whole thing up. What would you rather do on your Grail kit? You finally have it fully done. This is your Grail kit. I
didn't know we're bringing out Grail kits.
Hey,
we're getting serious.
I want you to understand, like you painted your Grail kit, you masked your Grail kit, you did everything you did to your Grail kit. Now here comes the decals.
You see, the problem with that though is, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's okay.
I mean, Coop. I mean, both of you. Anyway, the problem is that for my Grail kit, I know exactly the exact amount of decals I need to add to it. And I know not to go overboard, and I know what is a little too little. So this is a little bit tough for me. If I were to be sacrilege and what do they call it when you disgrace that holy land? What do they call it? Blasphemy.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do a blasphemy on my Grail kit and just throw a billion effing decals on the damn thing like it's a race car, Yeah, I would rather have very little decals. Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa said, "Ink my whole body."
Yeah, I don't give a motherfucker.
That's what?
Yeah, ink my whole body. I don't give a.
Oh, it said ink my whole body. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's what he
guess.
said. Woo. All right.
Man, that is tough, man. I think if it's my real grade mad work size to be, and I'm finished, and it's right where I want it to be, I am going full decals. I'm going the whole kit and caboodle. I'm going the whole kit. I'm getting tatted all the way up. Nothing but decals all the way up that kit.
Race car sponsored.
Race car sponsored. I'm talking about the lines, the caution signs everywhere. I mean, everywhere. The shield is going to be 40 decals on the shield.
I can't do it, man. I'd rather have very little decals than so.
Really?
Decals,
I like
decaling is one of the hardest parts to get right, dog. Because, like Coop said, some kits look amazing decaled up. Like there's some shit
all the way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some
The
kits.
unicorns is one of them. The unicorn is like one is like, yo, when you see the decals all the way done on the unicorn, you're like,
yeah. Wow. And I worked with the unicorn though because there's so many lines to play that need it. I mean, there's so many angles and lines, not need it, but that help it. That help the decals kind of showcase its lines and angles. But I mean, like on the Verkaw Double Zeta or the Verkaw regular Zeta that just came out recently. I was looking at the Kaw signature metal build versions of it that have the decals. And they're not a lot. Mm-hmm. They give you a ton of decals in the box, but they're actually not a lot for the metal build ones. I think the metal build ones look better decaled up than the master grade versions because the decals are a lot more how can I say this? Not subtle, but a lot more responsible in how much they use them. The master grade is just like fooey. Have it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
What you doing?
Something about it a little bit, man. Say I had that Mark V. I'm probably tatting up like crazy, but
going crazy with it.
I've also seen it with just like 7 decals, and they're like just.
I think the Xeon kits look dope with minimal decals, like maybe nice 2 Zaku, or 3. Yeah,
emblem, cockpit. And then like maybe like 1 or 2 on the legs, and that shit looks.
That's it.
And it also depends on the age of the kit. I've realized the more like angles and more interesting shapes you have going on with a kit, the more you can put more decals on it to kind of fit the message that's going. If it's like a 1.0 or even a 2.0 master grade Jim, those things with just very minimal decals are kind of the way to go. If you over decal them, they look kind of weird.
Yeah, but that's also the look, like you said, the older look of the kit. Now, if it's a vintage kit or a suit that you could play around with in every style, i.e. the Zaku 2 from Origins, like the Zaku 2 from Origins, that kit is like you could decal, looks amazing. And then you flip around and you get the revived Zaku 2 and you just do like the 2 or 3 or 4 decals and leave it like that. Looks dope too. But I could also see that revived one having crazy amount of decals and it looks dope. So I think it's also the look of the suit.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, IBO kits too, yeah. So, speaking of the Zaku,
they don't need any back decals.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the IBO kits, they only need is the logo for whatever house they're from or company they're from, and probably one caution sign at the cockpit, and that's it. And you're done.
Yeah,
I honestly
even like Witcher Mercury too. I feel like you don't need that many decals on their kits. Like you just need like a couple. Witcher Mercury, IBO, these more like grunt suits like that. You don't need a lot of decals.
Okay, very simple stuff. Yeah, I mean now the full mechanics one that has so many panels lines like creased into it already, I can see that having more decals, but I think if you put that's another one. Well, that's another one. If you put, I mean, of course it'll look crazy once you docker it up and make it look good. I mean, you have to put effort into it because it's so bad. I mean, we all agree with that. Right? Yeah. But yeah. So you're right. When people put work into it, it's good.
Let's just like the last question, details or no details, right? With the articulation. I baited him in there. I baited Austen in. He did say, go back and rewind about 5 minutes ago. Austen did say, give me a kit with crazy detail and keep it museum pose rather than articulation. So you see which side.
Just make sure you don't fast forward. Make sure you listen to the whole thing so you get to the point where he's like, yeah, once people actually fix it up, it looks great. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
hey, yeah. Out the box.
Like any kit. Next up.
Perfect Grade Unleashed, I think it looks fine.
Yeah, of course. The PG Unleashed at that.
Yeah, I think that looks fine.
Next up, we have anime with no manga or manga with no anime.
As long as it's finished.
What about you, CD?
As long as it's finished.
You're a manga guy.
Yeah. If you had to tell me, hey, you can only watch anime or you can only read manga, take all the anime out in the world. You can have it. I am strictly manga anyway. Well, not strictly.
Is it
but
because it's mobile? Is it because now it's mobile?
I have so much more time. In the 30 minutes it takes me to scroll through, I could probably read 10 chapters.
Yeah.
15 chapters versus me sitting down.
But
remember, I'm subbed.
Think about what I'm saying though. I'm giving you every manga that doesn't have an anime. I'm giving to you in anime form now. So every manga that's that you read, you're like, you know what? I wish they did an anime for it. Okay, cool. You just know manga for it.
That's fine.
I've never wished for an anime of a manga.
Really? I mean, hey, you're a manga guy. I'm not. I mean, I can't wait for Kaiju number 8 to come out.
I'm right there with him. I have wanted, like, oh man, I can't wait. I've had like, I can't wait to see this animator. I can't wait. But if it never comes, I'm fine because I see it. I'm
right.
I'm watching it right now.
In my head, I could really just
actually back in the way they did run tests back when that shows that people who watch comic books or any type of picture book things, whenever we have a panel that jumps from another panel to a panel, our brain actually simulates the actual animation of what goes on between panels, in between the lines. Our brain fills in those gaps. So we're actually watching the anime, and the cool thing is that we didn't have to pay a subscription of $9.95 a month for it. So well, sometimes depending. Right. Anyway,
right. But flip side, I'm taking away all animes that you've watched and put them in manga form. That's cool too. So you're not watching no Gundam, only in manga form.
Eureka 7 still works pretty well, if not better.
Gundam would hurt because
Gundam would hurt.
I needed Gundam to get to where I am, but like when I break it down, I'm only subbed anime. Like for some, you subbed. I watch dubbed, but it has to be like if I'm building something like. Yeah, gotcha. I'm not watching nothing new dubbed. Anything new I'm watching, it's subbed, and that's because it comes out first. But in the time I have to sit down and watch something subbed, I'm having to sit there for 23 minutes locked in. I can't have anyone talking to me. Chloe can't be running around. I can't look at my phone because I have to like know what's going on.
But you could watch it dubbed. You could just go look for the dub version. Watch it.
It's not the same, dog. When they scream in Japanese,
but no one's stopping you from watching it. Oh, but no one's stopping you from watching it.
Myself is stopping me. It's me.
Yeah.
Dubbed anime's trash. I'm sorry. A lot of it.
There's some I'll say this too. There are some gems out there, and actually even some modern day gems that are airing right now that have some fantastic dubs, and people are not giving them the chance. Please, just give at least one.
Johnny Young Bosch is a GOAT.
Johnny Young Bosch, he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT.
He's a GOAT.
I don't know. Is surprised me. It is far.
I don't know who's the GOAT for sub. I feel like sometimes can you tell the difference? Like, you know what Johnny Young Bosch is talking like. You're like, yo, that's Johnny.
When you hear that that battle cry and some shit, you know the fuck.
But can you tell that in sub though?
Yeah,
sometimes I can tell some actors. I picked up on certain like cadences of their voices. I can tell, but I just can't remember like their name. But I can like if they have the two characters next to them, I know that they're the same person.
This is. I'm not trying to sound
manga.
Elitist.
No, I'm not trying to sound racist when I ask this because I asked the homie Tom this.
That was worse.
So people don't. I'll take the full blown heat for this right now. But I try to ask my homie Tom, who's straight from Japan, not that long ago, 2021, moved over here. Mutual friends with Austen and I. To
and a fantastic builder.
Yes, and a fantastic builder.
Yeah.
I really didn't get like a real. I mean, he answered it, but broken English and stuff. For him, is it still considered sub? What is it's subbed in America, right? Like, but when you like somebody that's born in Japan is watching it in real time,
it's subbed in every other language. That's not their own.
Yes.
So to him, that's
dubbed.
To him, it's dubbed. Yes,
language.
because it's speaking. If they're speaking Japanese, and he's from Japan, and he speaks Japanese, then it's dubbed. Yeah,
it's dubbed for him.
If he's watching that show, but it's English voice actors, and he has to read the Japanese subtitles at the bottom,
that's subbed.
It's subbed. Yeah,
it's subbed for anybody that's watching a show in another language.
Yeah. Same thing for like anybody in Mexico who speaks Spanish watching an English anime.
I guess I'm gonna have to talk to my. I think my homie Court and Trell said that One Piece, when they watched it in Japan, didn't have subtitles. It was Japanese with no subtitles.
That would make sense because it's in Japan.
Which leads into my next question. Great segue.
I've stepped on your trap card.
Subbed with no subtitles, or dub but wait forever for the manga to like keep going. I mean, for the anime to keep manga. Going. Yeah, like episode 1 dropped and episode 2 is going to be like 3 months down the line. Like,
so you're asking whether I get to see all of it now, but have no idea whatsoever happening, or wait forever until I'm like 39 and then finally finish it, but actually know what goes on.
Know what's going on.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sick person because when I see something that's not caught up in English, I will go find the raws of the manga, and I will be guessing what the fuck they said. I'm reading 10 chapters like this.
I do that too sometimes. Sometimes.
Sick motherfuckers.
I do that too sometimes. Yeah,
I'll be like,
but
I gotta know. I don't know what he's saying, but I know he's talking crazy to her.
I'm going dub and wait forever. I'll take the one episode every few months. Yeah, because that's what's kind of going on now, right? With mangas, like I have to wait forever for Ultraman, the next book to come out.
Are we talking about terms of manga or anime?
Anime. I'll give it to you. Anime.
In anime, I would rather wait forever, only because I can once it's done, I can finally buy it, and then it'll be with me forever, and I would understand what the hell's going on. And
CD,
instead of just me guessing forever,
you gonna watch it sub with no subtitles. CD better be the one like I'll just learn Japanese. I'll just study.
I don't know what's going on, but I gotta see it. I gotta get my fix.
Ooh, damn! That's what a sicko.
I took Japanese in college too, specifically for that reason.
Did it work?
I can read a little bit of Japanese, but I'm not 100% amazing with it. I can read about. I'm not as proficient as other people say.
Waiting. You guys know I love 86. I'm caught up all the way. The newest book just dropped in Japan. And that's gonna take,
finish that. I was watching that.
How many months to a year? It's probably gonna take a year and a half to get retranslated, republished over here. Bro, if I could find a way, I couldn't do it 86. I lied because that's just all. It would be all kanji, and I would just. I don't even know what's kanji.
So speaking of that, I think it was Yin Press or maybe 7 Seas Publishing. One of them is now trying to open a publishing house in Japan so that they can have same day translations of a manga chapter. So the mangaka would make it and send it to his publisher, and the publisher would send it out to Yin Press as well for US distribution, and they would all get royalties, and that way they can get same day translations off to overseas. And that way we won't have to wait so long anymore, because that's what they're trying to solve, that problem. They know that's a problem.
Yeah. Is that what they do for simulcast? Because I don't know if that's I know that.
Yeah, for simulcast is different because like the episode is finished like I think a week or two in advance or 3 weeks, and they have the voice actors speaking it, and they would often have the English voice actors get the raw of that episode and then start translating it like immediately.
Yeah,
and start working on it. Now they were lucky with some anime like Tomo-chan is a girl. Some of the voice actors there speak Japanese and English, are both fluent in it. So literally they would translate the line and then just do the English one right behind it immediately after. And that's why that simulcast was so quick.
It makes sense.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Now speaking of waiting, You online shop, but you wait, or you going to hunt for the kit. One kit, tough kit to find. Online shop, but you waiting. Let's extend it. Let's go Ami.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, we're going Ami. You thought it was going to be 7 business days? Hell no.
Yeah.
We're going Ami Surface Parcel.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Parcel?
That's 3 to 6
Christ
months.
almighty. What are you ordering? It
Hey.
better be a goddamn statue, bro.
Hey,
Jesus.
or we going out and we're hunting for that kit and getting it physically.
If EMS isn't on dial, you can keep it, Japan. You just don't even bother. It's going to take how many months?
I love online
I
shopping,
think-
but getting that kit in hand, there's no better feeling of like, even though you can't get the pay in 4, getting it in hand.
But it has to be a
Paying
tough
4?
kit.
Oh,
It
yeah,
has to be a tough
like
kit, though. It has to be a tough kit. I'm not talking about, I want to go grab an aerial. Or I'll go walking hobby. I'm talking about like, I want Toggy. I'm trying to think of a kit that's not recently restocked. I want MGEX Unicorn for retail. And I'm going on a hunt for it. And I'm going to shop
awesome.
around. And Ami's it's all Ami for retail, but you got to wait 3 to 6
Months?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. P Bandai already has a stranglehold on all of us for anything that's like, oh, just dropping now in May. It's gonna be shipping out in November.
I did
mean,
Ami Surface for the Ligers, and it took forever and a day to get to me.
Yeah, man. You might
forget about it, right?
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah,
Keep
you
it.
forget. Yeah, I mean, I've forgotten about it. Like package at the door. Look at it. Japanese writing all on the bot. Open it up. Oh hell yeah! It was worth the wait, man. But going out and the thrill for it, let us know in the comments. What are y'all doing? If it has to be a tough kit too. It has to be one of those kits that haven't been reprinted in a while,
Right.
but you know it's out there. You know it's
Thrill
out
the
there.
hunt. Thrill the hunt. I mean, I don't mind online shopping, but the problem is that I've been brought up in a place where our money, when it goes, my parents were very much like, all right, we got to make sure your money knows where your money going. You make sure you get paid for your money. You make sure you're using money for that. You make sure your money, when you just throw your money out into the ether and have to promise that you're going to see it in a couple months, it's just something doesn't sit right with me. It makes me want to take a helicopter into SEAL Team 4 and just go over there and just drop down and be like, where's that kit?
Right now. Coop, what are you doing?
Damn, this is tough.
Better yet, how
On the
about 20% off online, but you got to wait 4 months? Or you find it in store?
for retail?
Retail.
Retail. You already spent the gas money, buddy.
But it's still a gamble because you're hoping to find the kit. I know the kit's here online. You talking about going from? I want to go to all 3 little thingamajigs. I'm gonna go to hobby towns. I want to stop at hobby shops along the way and still come up empty-handed. I might come up.
You gotta roll the dice. You're spending $100. You're spending $100.
Or I can get the kit right now for $80, but I gotta wait until Christmas to open it.
SP Bandai.
That's P Bandai. Yeah, it is. But I want the kit now. With the urge of wanting the kit now, I think I'll do the online, yo. I've done enough toy hunts in my day where I'll go fucking crazy if I can't find the shit.
Okay.
CD, and you doing online or hunt?
I'm a sucker for discounts, dog. Online. I'll wait it out. I love having shit in hand, but sucker for it. If you tell me I got a 20% off code, I don't mind.
But I'm not even worried about it. I'm not even worried about the code because that's going to get ate up with shipping and tax. The 20% off code.
Hey,
but the thrill. Don't get me wrong though. I love going on a hunt. That's why Coop's Corner is coming soon. I love going on a hunt, but I just can't take the gamble of not knowing I might not get it. I've been there, done that.
coming
That
up
hurts.
empty-handed on the hunt.
And the only thing you wasted was gas. It's
Well,
tough.
remember, you have to make a day out of it. So it's not just going to get that toy. That's the main event. But you're really going out, seeing some shops you haven't been to, stopping by some things, taking some pictures, getting something to eat, picking up some food, right? Making a
Yeah,
day
you're
out
right.
of it.
Yeah, you're making a day. It's not
Yeah.
always the bad, right? It's not
Yeah.
always the.
Right.
It's not always the because the good and the bad of online shopping. Yeah, you waiting and you got to pay shipping and you got to pay tax, but you do get your time back. I
Yep.
do get my time back to go do something else.
Right.
But on a flipping, when you go on a hunt, I can wrangle up all the boys. We can make a day of it. Like it doesn't have to be a total loss, but it will be a L if you do not find that kit. You
Making
had
them-
fun.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a buzzer beater, but what? I don't know if that game won or lost a buzzer beater. It doesn't
Hey.
say anything like that on the win-loss column.
You remember all the shots you made. You don't remember all the shots you missed. So
Okay, KD.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm just
Katie.
saying.
Well,
Miss all the shots you
yes,
don't
I
take.
have watched a basketball game. I am now officially one of you guys.
I think this was fun, man. We definitely going to circle back to this later down the road for a part 2. We're not going to give every single question because we want to make it extend this out and do other episodes down the line. So let us know in the comments if which this or that. You know, we have the detail or no detail. Are you going articulation with no detail or detail with no articulation? Remember, keep it minimum. Not talking about detail as in scribing, plow plate, twisting this joint to make none of that. Just basic stuff. Are we doing mangas with no animes or animes with no mangas? Are we doing subbed with no subtitles, or are we waiting forever for each dub episode?
Are you just being
That's-
sick?
Yeah.
Coop, you've never done
You're
that, dog? You
mad,
never
man.
like search for the
No.
raws?
No.
I used to do that mad seriously when I was in
Right.
high school. I would be on the computer, like at the library, literally searching up raw sites, like just trying to
Right.
find files for the next
So,
manga.
you gotta find the manga that make you want to search for a raw.
Which is unicorn. If I could find the unicorn manga, if I could see Full Frontal Still to Sanazu, I might give it a shot.
Man, how many
You gonna-
hours
you gonna
I've
fill in those
wasted,
words.
bro? How many
Looking
hours
for
I've
raw?
wasted looking for like romantic comedy raws just so I could figure out who the heck won, like what girl
Right.
won at the end of it.
That's just all spam, all gonna
Bro.
blow up your computer too.
Bro, that's why I did the computer at the school, the library. Man, they got so many diseases.
When I've been doing that on my phone, I'm like, God damn, this is 11 tabs opened up just to get to this one raw for this one chapter. God damn.
And you still can't read it. You're not like you can
Nope.
read Japanese. All
Right.
that work
At all.
really gonna help you. You just want to see
Nope,
the
I'm
pictures.
just.
All
I
right,
know
this
he said
happened,
something
this
wild.
was-
I know he said something wild.
Her face says everything. But let
That's
us know
it.
in the comments. Remember, check out Vulcan Hobby. Use the code Undergate. I'm gonna say Vulcan 10. Use Undergate 10 for 10% off your order. Why would you use Vulcan 10 and you on Vulcan Hobby? Use
Right.
Vulcan Hobby. Go to Vulcan Hobby. Use code the Undergate 10 for 10% off your order. Like Austen said, Full Mechanic Ariel is on his site now. Go check
Is
it
Zeta
out.
too?
The Zeta is, as of recording, the Zeta and the Full Mechanics Ariel are on the site. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but yeah, use our 10% code. You can shave off some dollars and cents off there.
Hashtag Undergate Project 23. Midway halftime. Midway report. All the slogans you could say for halfway. It's coming up. The year is almost, by the time this airs, close to it. No, by the time, whatever, it'd be the halfway point. So we're going to be doing something special. We got some giveaways coming up in the future. We got subs, 200 subs coming up. So we're climbing. We appreciate everybody who listens, everybody who comments, subscribes, let other people know. People have been hitting us up saying, hey, we heard you from this guy. We heard y'all from this girl. We've watched it. It came up on YouTube as suggested. So we appreciate all of that, but it cannot be done without letting people know. Word of mouth is the best way to get information to people. So let them know we're here. Undergated boys are here, and we're here to stay too, man. We have.
Yeah. Oh, I got one question before we get out of here.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you guys surprised at the fact that the Zeta Vercal has not been selling out
No.
compared to other suits?
No.
No. Only reason why I'm not
Price point?
surprised.
One, yes. price
No.
point.
No, I don't think the price point will stop anybody. I think what had happened was, just like I said before, they pushed out. If you wanted a Zeta Master Grade and you couldn't wait, they pushed out a lot of 2.0s recently. They pushed out a lot of 2.0s. So if I was hungry for a Master Grade Zeta, I probably picked up the 2.0 and just said to hell with the Verka, because I'm going to assume that they use some pieces, not all of it, some. It's not like the Wing Zero Verka versus the Wing Zero that came out a long time ago. The Wing Zero Verka was a brand new.
Well, let me pause you there. It is mostly a completely almost 100% new mold. Like everything is completely new. But I mean, I'm right there with you though. There were so many 2.0s out, and so many people that were just like, you know what? Not only do some people actually like the design of the 2.0 better than the Verka, because they said the head is a little bit skinnier, the transformation, even though it's more anime accurate, the wings are smaller and stubbier, and it doesn't give a hyper bazooka gun. So what you have essentially is an older kit that you're sacrificing articulation, you're sacrificing a little bit of these upgraded small little TV animation, which over here in the West especially, we don't give a damn about that really, and we just want the model kit to look good, and you're giving up an extra gun and catapult, so you have now more value for money in the older kit than you do the new one. And I think why would I spend more money on the new kit than the older one?
And I think the community as a whole is just like anything else, microwave society. They want it now, and they see that Master Grade Zeta right there. I think people are more like, you know what, hell with it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna clip it up and I'm gonna pose it.
Yeah,
and that's just that.
My hobby talk got 14 in, and when I went a week later, they still had 10. So,
dude, did ours sell out? Coop?
Yeah, ours sold out. Saturday sold out.
Okay.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many we got.
4 or 6. No, we got 6.
6. So they sold out.
Yeah,
sold out pretty quick. I didn't pick up one.
Yeah, I didn't pick up one either. I'm not in any rush to get one. Like I said before, you're, in my opinion, you lost more value. You get more value in the older one than really the newer one. But I mean, I'll say this: the new one looks good. It looks kind of cool.
It does.
Let us know in the comments if y'all picked it up.
Please.
Let us know. I heard it's pretty good.
Or not.
I heard it's pretty good.
I hear it's good. I hear it's really good. It's just
shout out to the homie Wilton. He posted. He picked it up, and I think he built it Saturday. Said it comes with a working landing gear and all that. I mean,
I'm gonna get one eventually. I'm just not in any rush to get one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get one. I'm not gonna. Master grades just has to be few and far between. I'm few and far between for me for master grades.
That real grade Zeta crept up into that collection, so who knows?
Correct. Yeah, you're right. But that's also 144 master grade,
and also it's a whole different beast entirely. That real grade Zeta is not just. I'm sorry. Continue. Don't get it. It's terrible. Don't get it. It's terrible. It's the worst thing that's ever existed. It's just trash.
Let's do a poll: top 3 worst real grades that we each build one.
Why would we do that? Why would we torture ourselves?
It ain't torture. It ain't torture.
No,
we're advanced.
I don't need to see flames to know it's hot. I don't need to just be like, let's just run through it. Why? Because it's hot.
Austin, I'm gonna send you a granddaddy.
Yeah, you got the first real grade. And I think Austen, you right.
guys know I built the 3.0, right?
Okay, cool. You can build.
That is the real grade. It's just the master grade version.
It's all right.
It is. No. It actually is the same exact. It is no. It is the same exact mold. They just shrunk it into the real grade form.
I don't think so, man.
No. Yes, it is. It is.
Isn't it the whole inner frame like a regular real grade?
It literally is. If you take it apart, I'll send you the video. There's a video called guy. By the way, there's a guy on YouTube named Citrus. He does a lot of Gunpla reviews. Guys, check him out. He's a little bit older, but he does really cool builds. He's done an RG Granddaddy and the 3.0, and he's done them right after each other. And he's like, they're essentially the same. Not side by side, but video after video. And he's like, they're the same. They're pretty much the same. The only thing that's different is the RG is more stable because they have less complexity in the elbow.
RG have core fighter too?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. The RG is the exact same thing.
It's been creeping up. The RG. For some reason, maybe because the box art with the menacing, drop down head. Regardless of the box art, man. I know exactly.
You're right, CD.
I'm Coop. That's CD down there. That's Austen wearing all red, looking like a monochrome walking P Bandai box. Look like he just picked up like the clear version of Char's kit. So
I'm a true P Bandai kid. I have no articulation.
Yep. RE100.
we're the Undergated, never underrated. Until next time.
Peace.
Real great. Come on now. Look alive, man.
It's pretty bad.
Wow, this is how we setting it off, huh? This is